Hey everybody, this is AIM. I'm going to switch over to the Drawpile tab so that we can get started. Greetings everyone. I'll start with my usual introduction. I'm the former Demon Duke. Now I work a 9 to 5 job. When that gets a little too stressful, I take the edge off with some VTubing. And today I'm joined by Sadbot. I will let them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Sadbot. I am a chaotic, silly robot program to play video games, and sometimes I do a little drawing on the side.
Nice. So today we're doing another Drawpile. You'll see that in the background there. And I wanted to mention a few things before we start. One thing is, yesterday I mentioned this, but I didn't really get a chance to say it because my mic was off. But I do have some new redeems, so if anybody's interested in those, feel free to take a peek. The other thing is, I talked with Sadbot a little bit about this earlier, but we usually start out with a secret theme. And another thing I should start out with, and that I always forget, is a shout out to Sadbot's channel. So hold on one second. It's Sadbot VT or TV? I always get that backwards.
Sadbot TV.
TV, gotcha. All right.
Yeah. The owner of the Sadbot account on Twitch has been inactive for so many years, so I'm hoping that someday Twitch will give me the username. But
We'll see. I wish you the best for that. It's funny. I used to, when I started out, I was the Melee Bros AIM based off of like an old username, and everybody was always calling me Melee Bros and asking me like, where'd the Melee Bros come from? And I'm like, okay, fine. I need to change this. So now I'm MV2. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started. We usually start with a secret theme, as I was saying. And so I'll present that to you now. I was thinking that with the season being as it is, we might do a Halloween theme.
ooh,
If that's okay with you.
yeah, I love Halloween.
Nice. Then that's what we'll do. It works especially well because I do have some other stuff lined up for this month, but it's not a lot of draw piles, so this might be my big chance to draw a lot of Halloween-y stuff.
Yay.
Nice. So let's see, what would be a good place to start? I think I will start by drawing. Why don't we just draw a Sadbot Halloween costume? Why not?
Oh, yay. Okay, I have an idea, but I'm gonna pull up a reference first.
Sure. Gotcha. Yeah, actually, I should probably pull up a reference too. Sometimes I try to go without, and it's usually not the right decision for me.
Oh, actually, I might already have a reference of you on my computer from when I doodled you that little fan art.
Oh yeah, gotcha. If you do need one of me, I've got one in my card, which is pinned to my Twitter. So
Oh, perfect.
yeah,
Let me go grab that.
it's an idea. I think I'm going to give you the classic witch costume, and that's partially because I like drawing witch hats. So hopefully that's okay. Let's see. Hey, J59. Thanks for the follow.
Oh, hi, Jay.
Yes. I like this bangs part of your design. It's one of my favorite parts.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
The picture I drew a long time ago of you and Pompino ended up being one of my favorite VTuber like fan arts that I just randomly decided to do. So I was showcasing it on my my moment on Twitter for quite some time now. But they're both very fun designs to draw.
I love them.
Yeah. Let's see. Here we go.
Oops. Need black.
Do you do a lot of decorating for Halloween?
I try. If in a perfect world, all of my monthly budget would go toward Halloween decorations. um, but I have this little like wooden ghost that I put in my yard, and then I always buy a couple of pumpkins that I carve.
Yeah, nice. I've sad fact, I've never carved a pumpkin before.
What?
I'm thinking about doing it this year though, because my office is having like a thing where everybody's supposed to bring in a carved pumpkin. So maybe this year.
Yes, carving pumpkins is so much fun. And it's like it's such a weird medium to work with, and it's so messy. And if you do carve a pumpkin, you have to be sure to save some of the seeds, and you can roast them in the oven, and you get a snack.
Oh, nice. Hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah.
Nice pumpkin carving tech for all you Halloweenies out there.
Yeah, you gotta save the seeds.
Nice. Let's see. We've also got Sirius DC here today. Hello.
Cyrus!
Yeah. Sorry if I said that name wrong.
Oh, I think everyone does it at least once. I know I did.
I see. Nice. It's always nice to see the regulars from people I collab with come in. I get to meet a lot of new people that way. So I always appreciate it. Nice aim jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, I put a pumpkin on your head.
Nice. I've always been a big fan of that video with the pumpkin-headed, or like the guy with the pumpkin mask that does that dance on like cable television.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of my favorite Halloween videos. Have to revisit it once a year.
I don't know how I feel. Should we do the nose or no?
Up to you.
Or maybe I'll have your nose.
Let's see. Well, I hope you'll have a good time at work, Cyrus. Sorry. Keep messing that up. There we go. Yes, a flaming pumpkin. That's one brand. Nice. The flaming pumpkin reminds me of Ichabod Clay from Clay Fighters of all things. I think about Clay Fighters more often than you would imagine. What are some of your favorite video games, Sadbot?
Favorite video games? If I'm doing like the classics that I like grew up playing, I really like Super Monkey Ball and Luigi's Mansion for the GameCube.
Ooh. Gotcha.
And then like current games that are a little bit more recent, I play a lot of Dead by Daylight, unfortunately.
Gotcha. Everybody seems to have a love-hate relationship when they play a lot of Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, I've been noticing I've been getting a little burnt out on it, but hopefully I'll get bitten by the bug again.
Yeah.
We'll see. It's the community is very hit or miss, and the dev team's also a little hit or miss. And
Gotcha.
It's all just a hit or miss. But
understandable. Man, I have.
but
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, I was just saying I have a really hard time like sticking to one game personally. So.
Oh yeah, I just recently got into Genshin,
Yeah.
which has been a nice little free game to play.
Yeah. Man, I was into so many like gacha games and mobile games back when I right before I was doing VTubing. I pretty much gave them all up. But I think it's just a matter of time before I get back into. We'll see.
Yeah, have you played any of Genshin?
I've never played Genshin, and I don't know why. Because I like the characters from it. I frequently look at the the art of all the characters, but I've never actually played it. Not sure why. But a lot of people have a lot of my friends do play it, so I hear about it pretty frequently. Also, thanks for the follow, Weapon X.
Weapon.
Yeah. Let's see. Draw the chin first, and then.
But I also enjoy like chill. I love Harvest Moon games. Playing like Another Wonderful Life on the GameCube, and then Stardew Valley. And there's a game similar to Stardew Valley that's I don't think it's still in early access. They just came out with another major update, but it's Sunhaven.
Haven't heard of that.
Yeah, it's like if Stardew Valley had some more like RPG adventure elements. Obviously, like there are the mines in Stardew Valley where you like fight monsters and stuff, but Sunhaven has a little bit more of like a, I don't know, like not, I don't want to say like medieval, but there's like castles and you can be like a fairy and stuff like that.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I haven't heard of that. That's interesting though. For me personally, I often have like, I think my attention span might be a little too short to play farming games a lot of the time. So I haven't played a whole lot of that genre, but that's just me personally.
I like them because they're nice and chill.
Gotcha. Huh, that's odd. I must not have hit done on there because my moderator just turned this to the title, Drawpile with Sadbot. Strange. My mistake.
Question, is that a lighter in your pocket?
So it's actually like a pin, but it's a weird shape. So it's got like, I'll bring it up for a second. 1 minute. I'm going to do a free hand redeem real quick. 1 moment. Add existing. Okay, so we've got my pencil hand here, or pen hand, I should say. It's sort of got a flame that comes out of one end, and the original idea was I would have these like black charcoal type drawings, and I put like the flame over them, and it turns them into like cool stuff. But that said, that's sort of just in my head, Kanon, for now, because I haven't like animated it or anything like that yet. But that's basically what it is. It's like a pin, yeah.
Oh, cool. Kind of looks like a cigar.
Yeah, that's what my brother was telling me that when he saw the drawing. That anybody who doesn't think this is this is a pin is gonna think it's a cigar. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're exactly right.
It's kind of cool though. It's kind of you got like mob boss vibes,
Yeah, right.
That's a little too.
I'm gonna move this down a little bit. I think one thing about drawing Sadbot is I have a tendency to do the hair too short, so I'm going to extend that out while I'm thinking about it.
Oh yeah, I definitely have lots of hair.
That's for sure. Let's get it. All right. It's funny. So I've done a pretty good number of these Drawpile collabs by now, and it's always fun to see how fast the other person can draw compared to me. I think I end up doing the same lines over and over again, so it slows me down a little.
My shaky lines speak for themselves.
Nah, it's okay. I get it. We were actually fiddling around with Drawpile a little bit earlier, and we did find, it's funny, we found the tools for the smoother, but they're just so limited right now. So I don't know, it's the second time somebody's mentioned it though, so I may look into like some other drawing programs and things just to see if I can get somebody a little bit more of a comfortable drawing client. I don't know.
Well, it's my fault for drinking too much coffee.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm actually not much of a coffee drinker myself, and it's not because I don't need the effects of coffee, but it's more just that I don't care for the taste.
Mm-hmm.
But I have discovered a few energy drinks I can drink, but the only time I drink them is when I'm on the road. I recently had like a 6-hour drive, and I was just like, it was in the morning, and I was like, I'm not going to make this if I don't get something. So
how do you feel about Red Bull? Correct answers only.
I don't really like the flavor of Red Bull. I know you're big into it.
Well, this collab was fun. Thanks for having me. And
It's over.
head out.
Sorry, guys, I struck out. We'll switch to the video.
No, it's okay. It's more for me then. More for me.
Yep. I get you.
It's nice when you have friends that don't like the same things as you as far as like food and beverages. Because as nice as it is to share with your friends, who doesn't like more snacks?
Right.
Or Red Bull for Sadbot.
Gotcha. I now see, the thing is, I did recently discover that I do like the taste of Bang energy drinks. I'm not sure where that came from, but that's the only one I drink right now.
I've never had a Bang energy drink, but I see like the craziest sponsorships for them.
Gotcha.
Like people make like really wild. I'm not on TikTok, but somehow I still end up seeing TikToks, whether they're on Twitter or YouTube. I know that YouTube has a like a shorts feature now, and a lot of TikToks get reposted there.
Yeah.
And it'll be people like just like doing absolutely wild nonsense, but there's like six Bang energies on the table.
Oh no. I don't think I would want to drink 6. I think after 1, my problem with energy drinks is when I drink one, I usually find that I get like my heart kind of like, I can feel it.
Oh yeah.
So I can drink like 1 and be okay, but I think if I drank any more than that, I would be in fear. I don't.
I've definitely reached an over-caffeinated point in my life where you almost are like having heart palpitations.
Yeah, no, I understand. It's that's what I am trying to avoid. Now that said, I do generally drink a lot of soda, so it's not like I'm being healthy. It's just the flavor.
Mm-hmm. I'm a carbonated water drink. I really like LaCroix and really anything fizzy. I'll even drink just like plain soda water.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had a friend who tried to get me into like soda water, and I don't know. Maybe if I tried it again, I'd be okay. To be honest, I didn't even really like the flavor of water until I started streaming, and I realized, well, I've got to cozy up to water because I'm going to need to be drinking it all the time for streaming. So now I've kind of grown into that a little bit, at least.
Yeah. I know that for some people who struggle to just drink plain water, they have, and sometimes I use these just for the added electrolytes, but they have like little flavor 0-calorie water additives.
Mm-hmm.
I use the Mio brand ones, but they even have ones that have caffeine in them too, which is cool if you're into that.
Yeah.
But I just like they have ones that have like added vitamins and electrolytes and stuff, and I find that is a really nice way to stay hydrated.
Gotcha. I think I tried the Mio ones before, but they've got a lot of different flavors of it, so I could always try it again.
I have a lot of orange and red going on with this bright orange pumpkin that's on fire.
Unfortunately, I guess orange pumpkins is what you usually think of, so it's
Oh, I have a white pumpkin outside.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I don't know if it's like actually a pumpkin or if it's like something in like the gourd family. But
Gotcha.
it's big and it's like it's kind of flat. Like imagine if someone sat on a pumpkin and kind of squished it a little bit.
Oh, gotcha.
But it has a really pretty.
Now I have to ask: is that a naturally occurring pumpkin, or is it one that Because you said you weren't sure if it was a pumpkin, is it to just kind of grow without you like supervising it, or?
I bought it from a farm nearby.
Okay.
I did grow a pumpkin one year, but it was really small, and by the time that it was done growing, it was like still early September. And so by Halloween or like closer to October, it was totally like rotten, and I had to throw it away. And it was probably too small to carve.
Gotcha. Unfortunately, I've never been much of a grower myself.
Oh, I love gardening. I grew some squash this year. And then I grew some zucchini. I ate the zucchini, but I still have the squash. It's just decorative. Although I could eat it if I wanted to, because it's acorn squash, and acorn squash is pretty yum.
Gotcha. I do enjoy squash.
I've been known to be a squash enjoyer.
Right? The casual squash enjoyer. Let's see.
Professional, competitive squash enjoyer.
Yeah.
Oh, some of these lines are so scripted.
It's okay. It's all good.
Also, I like how I'm not using the bucket tool because I don't dare with these lines.
Yeah. It's weird. There's a lot of, with the fill tool on this program, I find that you have to be, like, really firmly closed with your lines or I won't do anything.
Oh, yeah, no way.
Yeah, I think the reason for that is it's like built-in protection so that you don't accidentally fill in everybody else's stuff. But yeah, it's pretty sensitive. So I can't use the fill tool on this one at all unless I have unless I go back and reclose all the lines.
Spinning is good, but way too much caffeine. What's the caffeine content on those?
That's a good question.
Red Bull. Like, let me. Okay, so the 8.4 ounce cans of Red Bull have only 80 milligrams of caffeine, which is about the same as a cup of coffee, I think.
I would not have thought that it was comparable.
Yeah, I think like black coffee, I think might be like, I think it's like close to 90 is like the average.
Gotcha. Oop, that should be on a lower lid. Yeah, I was driving into the mountains, and so I'd kind of gotten off energy drinks altogether. But that drive was just so long, and I knew that when you get out there on the mountains, you're just going to be like driving by yourself for a really long time. And I was like, this is dangerous. I need to drink something.
Oh, I'm so bad with driving. I find driving really relaxing. So if I have to drive longer than like half an hour, I need caffeine or else I'm worried I'm going to fall asleep.
Exactly the same, yes. Man, it doesn't even...
Imagine Sadbot driving. But what were you going to say?
The sad part is it doesn't even have to be like a really long drive for me. Like if I'm leaving work, it's about a 30-minute drive home. And in the last like 5 minutes of that, I don't know what it is, but I just get like dead tired. And I feel like when I get home, I know I'm just going to jump straight into the bed and take a nap because I'm just powerless. Like the drive just makes me so sleepy. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I definitely rely on like fun, upbeat music.
Yeah.
Like music that makes me want to like sing and dance and stuff, because that keeps me a little bit more alert.
Yeah, for sure. I do. I definitely enjoy listening to some music while I'm driving.
What kind of music do you like?
Well, let's see. I enjoy all kinds of music, but I really like to just like listen to whatever the latest indie stuff that came out is, and alternative and junk like that. So, yeah, I just like to hear whatever's new. What about you?
Oh, I listen to lots of different types of music. I like to listen to like some like French pop, and there's this like I can't remember the name of the band, but it was this jazzy French band that has some really good songs.
Nice.
I don't really listen to like traditional like J-pop. Like I don't follow like any groups or like idols or anything like that. There's this Japanese all-female punk band named Otoboke Beaver that's really fun. I like to listen to them in the car because it's upbeat, punk music, lots of yelling and stuff. It's really, really rad.
Nice.
And then my favorite band is actually the Talking Heads.
Oh yeah, I love the Talking.
Yeah, I love David Byrne. Love his solo stuff too. Definitely, I like their funky tunes.
Yeah.
What else do I listen?
It's funny. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I really listen to just about anything. I tend to stay away from like some modern rap isn't really for me, like mumble rap and stuff. I can't really. I don't really like, but I still respect the art form, like.
Sure. Yeah, when you were talking about the Talking Heads just now, it reminded me. So I was going to do a karaoke last week, and I had to reschedule it, so now it's for Sunday. But that said, I wanted to do some Talking Heads karaoke, and I think you can do Burning Down the House really safely. I thought about doing the, what's that one? That one that's like Letting the Days Go By, such and such like that.
Letting the days go by.
Yeah, there you go. But anyways, so I started working on it, and I realized there's a whole bunch of times where they jump in and interrupt themselves while they're doing one line, and so it makes it somewhat more difficult to karaoke than you would imagine.
Yeah, I did. I want to say I did "Don't Worry About the Government" during my karaoke stream.
Oop.
And that was fun because David Byrne does some really silly stuff with his voice in that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really funny. I don't know. There was a post that went around on the internet that was they like singled out David Byrne's like backtrack vocals and got rid of all of like the got rid of all the music, and he was like no. So silly. I'll see if I can find it and I'll show it to you.
Nice.
But if you just do that on stream, I think you're golden.
Yeah.
Just makes it sound have fun.
Right. That's what it's all about. It was funny though because you just reminded me that my brother was sending me. It was a meme that happened and that I didn't realize had happened. But he was sending me just all sorts of remixes where people had taken the lyrics to apple bottom jeans and were singing it over other songs. And it was so funny. There were a lot of really good ones.
I saw that. They I love when people will like take a classic song and then do kind of like an impression of like what it would sound like if such and such band covered it. And I saw the Talking Heads Apple Bottom Jeans. I was like, yeah, dude, that is how David Byrne would sing that song.
Nice.
So
very good. Yeah, funny stuff. That
that's cool. Got red in it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get your light gray. No, that looks purple. Oh, that's kind of a gray. Maybe a little lighter though.
It's funny. Nobody draws me less consistently than me, so you can't really mess up there.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad because I was looking at my reference and there's like two buttons kind of like off to the side, but now that I'm looking at your model on stream, it's like two centered buttons. We'll just leave the button.
Right. Yeah, but it's funny because every time I draw myself, my head shape changes. So you really can't mess me up from a consistency perspective because I change it all the time myself. It's all good.
Oh, okay. So this is black.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll raise.
I was at the hotel all last week, and I was trying to get some sketches done. And I sketched so much better with a mechanical pencil, ironically enough. So I was just surrounded by ink pens. Like, I had an ink pen for work, they had ink pens all in the hotel, but I could not find a mechanical pencil for the life of me.
Oh, mechanical pencils all the way. Once you go to mechanical pencils, you never go back.
Right. They're so nice.
It's crazy when you get into like art supplies and stuff, because for a really long time, I really like the Pilot Precise V5 and V7 pens. If you have ever heard or used those, they're great pens for ink illustrations and doing like nice fine lines and stuff. And then I was like shopping for pens online, and oh my gosh, you can spend like $500
What an ink pen?
on like really fancy pens.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'll stick to this like the $6 pens. Thank you.
Gotcha. Ghost Ducky says that they use a they like to paint. I've actually I've probably only tried painting once in my life. Unfortunately, I just haven't had a lot of. I guess it's something you have to do a little setup on. Do you paint at all, Sadbot?
I have painted. So what I'll do is I'll make like an ink illustration that I like, and then transfer that to canvas and paint. I'm really bad at painting with color.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know why. I guess maybe I need to take some like color theory classes or something. But I do like kind of like essentially like blowing up like a small ink illustration onto a big canvas, and
Yeah.
doing it that way. I made this print of these like butterflies that I painted. I'll have to like post a picture of it on Twitter or something.
Cool. I got you. Yeah, the only thing I ever painted was I was doing a class and I was supposed to replicate a painting but change something about it. So I did. There's a classic painting that I think is called like Men Going to Work or something. And I just reversed it and had them like all leaving work, and that's a much more relatable message to me.
Yeah.
I love the feeling of leaving work,
Oh, it's the best.
for sure. Let's see. I like these contrasting colors. When I do Drawpile, it's pretty common for me to just do like a bunch of little black and white sketches. So so doing some color is a nice change of pace. Although I am usually pretty reliant on the fill tool, and I don't have that in this case. But that's okay.
I know I'm so used to using Psy. I keep going to use the buttons on my pen to to
Yeah.
use like the dropper tool, and it's like, oh no, I've done it like 3 times. I don't know why I keep forgetting.
Good. I used Psy for a pretty good while back in my college days. I switched over to Clip Studio at some point. I can't remember why, but they're both good tools. I enjoy them.
Yeah, I find that at least the original Paint Tool Psy can be a little limiting with some of its features, but I'm a baby and the thought of learning an entire new program is really daunting. Like I have Krita installed and I have let me peek. I do have Clip Studio. I really like that they have one thing that Psy doesn't have that Clip Studio does is a symmetry tool.
Yeah.
Um,
Man, that's a little funny. I have not looked into that myself. So whenever I do like, I've been doing some portraits for a visual novel. Symmetry is kind of important there, but I've just been manually doing the symmetry in terms of like I'll copy one side and do the other side, and so I should look into that tool.
I definitely use a similar technique in Paint Tool Side, but yeah, it can be a little wonky to figure out at first because you can like set where you want your, for example, like your X or your Y axis for the like the symmetry, and it's probably a lot simpler than I think it is, but I don't know. I've literally used Psy for like going on like 10 years now. So
Yeah.
I'm so comfortable with it and know all of its features, so learning something new is just really overwhelming.
Yeah, I understand. I got you. Well, it's kind of like what we talked about earlier, like just getting the art down in the way that makes you feel the best and is the most comfortable for you is good. So for that reason, I don't branch out too much in art. Now there are some times where I discover, like, I'm looking on Twitter and somebody's like, you gotta try this technique, and I try it for myself and I'm like, I just wasted hours doing this by hand. I could have just done this one thing. So there are moments like that too. Sometimes it's good to do your research a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I know one thing that I'm a little bit jealous about is there are a lot of different ways to customize brushes in Paint Tool Sci, but when I see people using like Clip Studio, like they have so many cool brushes that
Yeah.
you can't really replicate in Sci, and so a little jealous.
Yeah, I understand. I heard that they just came out with a bunch of new public brushes on Clip Studio, and some of them sounded pretty darn useful. So
Yeah. Well, I've seen some like really. I'll have to ask Yowzy what art program she uses because she makes Vroids and
oh yeah,
some of the brushes that she uses for clothes are really
nice.
really interesting.
Vroids. I've seen a whole lot of people recently doing some very amazing things with Vroids. It's something I need to look at a little bit more. I've never worked in 3D or anything like that, so I don't feel confident that I could pick it up and do it, but it would be an interesting talent to cultivate.
Yeah, I know. So Vroid itself is really they're adding new features, which is cool. Um, but it can be a little limiting for like custom accessories and stuff like that. And if you kind of have, if you don't have like a super humanoid shape, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah, true.
Because the base models are just very like, here's like a high school student, have fun.
Yeah.
And but if you can use Vroid next to like Blender and Unity and stuff, you can do some pretty cool stuff. Like I commissioned a 3D artist to sculpt my ears, and then we were able to actually go back into. I was able to add them to my Vroid model, so like it's a good like base program, and even if you don't know anything about 3D modeling, Vroid is really just like friendly for beginner friendly.
Cool. I got you. Yeah, to be honest, I've never looked into it too much. I guess if I was to ever make a Vroid, it would have to be like an alternate version of my model because I'm pretty pretty far removed from the average. So. But I have seen some people make some really good, like increasingly diverse types of Vroid models. So it's interesting.
Yeah, there are some people out there that have some incredible 3D models. Dandy Floss comes to mind. Pisces comes to mind.
Yeah.
Pisces has an incredible design. Her sea bunny, sea slug, it's just so cute.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. I saw Bodega Rat recently got a really nice looking Vroid model that very closely resembles the 2D art, which I was impressed that they were able to fit that. Or I think they had some help from Golden Kinji, but it came together very well. It was impressive.
Yeah, those like professionally made 3D models that are like sculpted in Blender and Unity and stuff are so beautiful, but so expensive.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I've been practicing Live 2D a little bit, and hopefully soon I'll have something to show for it. But it is definitely a situation where people have to charge a pretty good amount for those models. Definitely understandable, but I can save a lot of money if I can figure out how to do it myself. So I'm working on that now.
Yeah, it's someone that has opened the program and just looked at the user interface.
Yeah.
Hats off to anyone that has mastered that program because it's intimidating.
Yeah, it takes a lot of tutorial videoing, that's for sure.
Yeah. I've done like some stuff in Blender, but there are so many useful, just like literally step-by-step guides that are like, all right, here's how you do this. It's easy.
Mm-hmm. I got you. It's funny. I always see that thing mentioned about somebody saying, "How many of you have unfinished Blender donuts on your computers?" And is that one of the things? Like, is that a tutorial that they tell you to do? Is make a donut?
Yeah, I have no idea. I just the only thing that I really tried to do was redo the bones. So when you make your Vroid model, you get a VRM file, and you can actually import that into Blender or Unity and do it becomes its own like 3D model that you can add whatever you want onto.
Okay.
And you can reset the bones so that you can use it in VR chat and actually use it as an in-game avatar in Beat Saber.
Mm-hmm.
And so I tried to do that for a really long time, but I don't have full body tracking yet.
Oh yeah.
But I was just in Dandy Floss's stream, and she did a playing Beat Saber as my friend stream where her friends lent her their 3D models, and she actually imported them into VR and played songs with them, which is really cute. She did Pisces, as I mentioned earlier. She did my friend Gravity, the space rat.
Yeah.
She had quite a few others, but I'll have to talk to her about how to get models in there, because she seemed to be very good at it.
Yeah.
And I'm not, so
I got you. Well, that does sound very cool. Yeah, I remember there was a period where you were posting quite a lot of Beat Saber videos. Do you play a lot of rhythm games?
The first rhythm game I ever got into was Osu. Back when I was, I want to say, like, I don't know, like 15, so like in high school.
Yeah.
Well, I grew up playing Dance Dance Revolution. I had Dance Dance Revolution Supernova 2, and I would actually, back when there were still like computer arcades back before like everyone had a computer and you'd have to go to like an internet cafe.
Yeah.
I'd go to internet cafes to play RuneScape and World of Warcraft.
Nice.
And they had some DDR mats, which were nice because the rollout mats can be kind of crappy, but the internet cafe that I would go to had like the official like plastic mats that you could play on. And I really liked DDR and I liked Osu, and then kind of combining those with virtual reality. Beat Saber is so fun.
Yeah, I got you. Here's the thing: I've never done any virtual reality before. Like, it's something I've meant to try, but for a while, I just had an apartment that was like too small to consider doing anything like that. But now that I have a house, maybe I could consider looking at VR again.
I just had a horrifying and shocking realization.
Oh, what's that?
The display on my tablet seems to not accurately depict the colors I have chosen. I have made you so bright.
No, it looks good to me. I wouldn't have noticed if you hadn't said.
It's so bright.
It's all good.
It looks, and especially like the cute little witch Sadbot you have is almost like pastel on my screen. It's very cute. And then I look over at my other monitor and I'm like, we are two bright mofos. Oh my gosh. I had no idea. It's like I was like, it's like I'm seeing this art for the first time.
Right. Oh hey, speaking of which, do you want me to go and make a new canvas? I know we kind of filled this one up.
Yeah, what do you think? I just threw a pumpkin on your head. It's not a very good Halloween costume.
Nah, it's good, it's good. I enjoy the pumpkin head motif, so I quite enjoy it.
Your little horn sticking out.
Yep. I should have done like a full witch dress for you, but instead I just did the hat, so hopefully that's okay.
I think it's perfect. I love it.
Gotcha. Alrighty. So I have saved this canvas. Which layers were you drawing on, if I may ask?
I think I did my color on 3 and my line art on 4.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll just delete these layers and then remake them. So, but I have saved this, so we'll post it up later.
Cute.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to insert some more layers, and now I just need to think of what to draw.
Are we sticking with Halloween theme?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Halloween theme, but I just gotta think of something.
Okay. Maybe I will. Oh, let me pull up my chibi model.
Sounds cool. Maybe I'll draw Amelia since I have not done that yet. Let's see. Oh yeah, I got a funny idea. That'll be good. Ghost Ducky asked if we had ever played Project Diva. My brother plays it a little bit. I don't so much. Or to be honest, I'm not really much of a rhythm gamer. I think the closest I came was I was kind of obsessed with playing Bang Dream on my phone for a while. That's the closest I've ever been.
I have not played Project Diva.
Gotcha. Back in college, I did have a period where I really liked listening to Vocaloid songs. But it's been a while. Every now and then I'll still listen to one, and there's even a few people in the VTubing community who will karaoke it sometimes, which is crazy because, there's songs that are sung by, robot voices, so they're not meant to be singable by humans, but people try, and it's impressive. But I don't think that I could do that, not without some serious practice. Let's see.
Did you ever play Guitar Hero or Rock Band?
Let's see. I did back in high school. I played a little bit. I was never very good at it, but I do enjoy playing those types. How about you?
What was that?
Oh, sorry. I was just asking. How about you? I do not have a lot of experience playing those types of games. Just a little bit back in high school.
I have a volume dial on my headset, and sometimes if I lean forward while I'm typing, because I'm pulling up a reference picture, my sweater will like brush the dial, and I'll
gotcha.
just mute whoever's talking to me. But do I have a P&B?
I have a little variation of the Amelia I've been meaning to draw for a while. It occurred to me, so I had somebody reach out to me because they wanted to do some fan art a little while ago, and they mentioned that they weren't really comfortable with my demon, like drawing the demon appearance, which is fine. I understand that completely. So I said, hey, whatever you want to do me as, it's fine. And so they drew me with like an angel halo and wings and stuff. So for a long time I've thought about making like an angel variant of myself.
That's cute. Oh, but I got totally distracted by my volume dial. Yeah, I used to play Rock Band and Guitar Hero a lot. Not particularly good at Guitar Hero, but I did get good at singing and playing guitar for Rock Band, and that was really fun.
Nice. Yeah, my brother really likes singing for Rock Band, so there's a lot of songs that were on like a specific Rock Band game that are just drilled into my head now because I heard my brother sing them so many times. Songs like, what were they? Maps was one.
Maps.
Right. So I just sort of hear that in my head all the time. I forget the others. I really do enjoy singing. I'm not very good at it, but because you may have noticed my voice just kind of has like a deep register that I can't really get rid of, and I really like high songs, so they don't always necessarily fit together too well. But it's still fun. I try to do a karaoke like once a month, just because I enjoy those streams.
Yeah, I did one karaoke stream, and I was so nervous for it, but I ended up having just so much fun.
Nice. Yeah, I think I tuned in for it. I only caught a little bit of it, but I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. They're some of my favorite streams to tune in for is when people do karaoke. It's nice. It's funny because whenever I do karaoke streams, I usually come up with like an entirely different set list, with the exception of just a few songs. Mm-hmm. And for one of them, I sang Dragula, and I discovered that Dragula is like my favorite karaoke song to sing. So now I just sing Dragula every karaoke at least once.
That used to be my favorite song to listen to in the shower.
Nice.
I don't know why.
Yeah. You wouldn't think it, but it's just the perfect karaoke song because it's easy and you also just get a lot out of it, I think. There's some songs that I really love to listen to that are just terribly difficult for karaoke, so I discover that when I go to practice them, and then I pretty much end up just writing them off. Especially, like, I want to be able to sing Japanese songs and things, but I don't know Japanese. And I'm slow at picking it up in the songs. So.
That could be a problem.
Yeah. That's true. Let's see. This is looking pretty good. I meant to actually bring this up, or to bring up a little clip to introduce you. But one of my favorite Sadbot clips is that one where you were playing Dark Souls, and yeah, you had that scene where you're just above the prison, and you're talking about how you're gonna chill up there, and you're not gonna go down, and you're just gonna wait up there from now on. And the demon like jumps up with his hammer and smashes the balcony. It's the funniest thing.
What's super funny is my VTuber brother Ezra did almost the exact same thing. He wasn't sitting up there to like avoid the fight. He was just kind of like mentally preparing himself for it.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Okay, yeah, we got this. We're just gonna jump down." And he just waited a little too long. And sure enough, the dude just jumps up and one shots him. And I was like, I did the same thing.
Right. I got you. I don't think that happened to me, but I do think that my death against that demon was just as inglorious. So I can't quite remember what happened, but I know I didn't beat him before being shunted off to the world of Dark Souls proper.
I do sometimes regret having my like first, because that was like my first time ever really playing a Souls game, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
And I just did so poorly, and it was so bad. I remember I was watching Maven, Captain Maven play Dark Souls, and she was like, "Oh, I can't believe I've already died 7 times in the run." And I was like, and like I remember being at like the exact same part that she was at in the game, and I had probably died like 30 times, and I was like, "Oh yeah, wow, 7, very embarrassing." Oh, amateur.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So my funny story about Dark Souls is, I got started with it all the way back at Demon Souls on the PS. I think it was PS3, yeah. And every game, I learned another piece of critical tech that I needed to know the entire time. So picture for the first game, I'm using a close range weapon, and I don't know that you can lock on. I don't know that you can run. I don't know any of that stuff. And I'm trying to fight that spider boss that's like at the end of this mine shaft. And I'm like, he's the second boss. And I'm thinking, this game is impossible. How does anybody beat this game? Because I did the same
thing with the locking on.
Right.
Weapon King was like, "Are you targeting enemies?" And I'm like, "Am I what?"
Right.
Am I home?
Exactly. Yeah, it was so for all of Demon Souls, I didn't realize you could run until the very end when I had to run, like against the dragon.
Yeah.
And then in all of Dark Souls 1, I still didn't realize you could lock on. It wasn't until Dark Souls 2 that I finally realized I can lock on to enemies. So I was making the game just way too hard for myself.
That's so...
Also, that is a very cute picture.
Thanks. It's based off my chibi model that someone made for me. And I have all of my artist credits in. I have a card for everything, any asset that I've ever bought or model I've ever had made. I'm just so bad at remembering artist's name.
Gotcha. I see. I like it.
Hand, so Jake.
Well,
I thought I would be the little devil to your ink.
Angle or devil, yes. Nice. What else should I do? Oh, I know something funny I can draw. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. I'm pulling up a reference image. Okay. I don't know why, but I end up drawing a lot of skeletons on Drawpiles. And there was one time I did a skeleton themed Drawpile because I was with Mariachi. But even beyond that, I end up drawing a lot of skeletons, and now I'm about to add to that list for some reason. Just because we're doing the Halloween theme, I guess.
Question.
Yeah.
What layer did I... Oh, can you change the opacity of layer 2?
I sure can. Hold on 1 second.
I'm going to try and move my line art a little better.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to reduce this. Was there a second layer too?
No, I did a little, like, there was some on, I think, layer 3, but I'm going to just ignore it.
I see. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Sure. Yeah, it's weird. I can give ownership of a layer to another person, which I thought would, completely solve that issue. But people have been having a hard time with it regardless, so, I don't know. It's just strange. The opacity seems to always be locked to one person. That being the host. Don't know why.
It's still so shaky. Oops.
Gotcha. On that note, have you ever done Agio at all?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe next time I'd better consider thinking about that. A lot of people have been, trying to convince me to switch to Agio. The only reason I hadn't was I do have an issue where sometimes if I'm not using the right browser, it won't pick up my pen. It's strange. It'll consider that I'm drawing one full line when I pick up my pen, and it just makes it a little hard to do things like play or draw an Agio or play Gartic or stuff like that. It's a bit of a shame, but I think
Gartic Phone is so.
Yeah, I love Gartic Phone. I've played with a couple of people recently on streams. It's always a fun thing to find somebody who's hosting one and just jump in. Especially if it's someone who in jokes with, so you can fill it with comedic stuff while you're drawing.
Yeah, if you ever do a Gartic Phone stream, let me know.
Yeah, for sure.
We played some Gartic Phone for Grab's birthday on stream, and it was so silly.
Nice. Yeah, I really enjoyed it because it's a good chance to get that kind of Jackbox brand silliness going, but then you also get to do a little bit of drawing too. So the best of both worlds. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna draw this funny dancing skeleton because it's one of my favorite GIFs on the internet. So I have to draw it. I just love it. Are your cats staying pretty well behaved?
Yeah. Luckily, neither of them have been giving me any trouble.
Nice. Gotcha. Yes, hello, Doc Pestis. We love the funny dancing skeleton. And have a good day at work, Cyrus. I'm sorry. I'll get that right eventually.
The one problem with using my secondary computer is that my I don't get to read the chat. Gotta get ready for work. Have fun with the rest of the stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Good.
Imp Sadbot, yes.
Yeah.
Evil.
Cool. Did you have yourself some lunch already, or?
No, I haven't eaten today.
Oh wow, I gotcha.
I'll
Well,
probably eat after the stream.
sure. Gotcha. I had some breakfast, and I'll probably have lunch right after we wrap up. But I think we're at a little over an hour now. We'll try to keep it to just 2 hours total so that we can both adjourn and get something to eat.
Okey-doke.
I'm going to try to see a movie tonight. I'll probably see the new James Bond.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of movies. Thankfully, the theaters aren't very crowded these days. I know it's still not a good time to go to the theaters with things like being as they are, but it's like my only go outside and do something hobbies. I can't help it. I've got to do it.
Yeah, the town I live in has this really cute little historical theater that has like one room, and it's very small. The screens aren't super big, but I like it because it's not super busy, and so when you go, sometimes you'll be the only one in there, and you get to enjoy the whole theater to yourself.
Ooh, nice. I gotcha. Yeah, we have a little theater like that up near the college campus, and it is they only show like foreign films. I went one time back in college, and I really enjoyed it, and for some reason I have not been back there since. But it was really fun. I like watching just strange foreign films.
Whoa.
Okay, so I've drawn the funny dancing skeleton. Let's see, who else will I draw?
I guess that's a little better.
See, looks good to me. I dig it.
Evil.
What will they do?
Oh, I gotta get my hair in the back.
Gotcha. Let's see, what's some other good skeleton stuff?
Oh, that looks so good!
Yeah, the funny little dancing skeleton. I love it. Nice. Yes. I wonder. So they've got the GIF, and they've got it shows the toy dancing and everything. I wonder if you can actually buy that somewhere. I've never looked into that.
The possibilities when you own a fake skeleton are, quite frankly, limitless.
Exactly. Like the giant 12-foot tall skeleton.
Yeah. Can I give your skeleton a little boombox?
Yeah, go for it. Absolutely. Also, hello, Trigger Pig King.
Oh, Trigger!
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to stream. Do you have any requests? I'll draw something for you.
Yeah, I'd be happy to do the same. I might,
Trigger is celebrating a new follower milestone on Twitter, and is actually hosting an art giveaway, just to shout them out real quick.
Cool. I'll give him a shout out too. Hold on one second.
Oh, sweet. That's kind of you.
Sure. Let's see. And after the stream, I'll check out what kind of art they do, because I do love seeing new artists on and following them on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah, they do some pretty sick fan art from a couple different series and stuff. And if you join my Discord server, which I sent you an invite, we have an art channel that everyone posts in.
Excellent. Yeah, I will check it out after the stream for sure. Let's see. Trigger has requested Nia from Xenoblade 2. I've never played Xenoblade 2, but I really like the characters from it, so I'll give it a shot. And you can draw it as well if you want to.
That's a really crappy boombox, but I
Nah, it's good.
It.
he's schmoving.
Moving.
Yeah. He's schmoving. Alright, let's see. I'll try to draw a little Nia here.
Let me see. Nia. Okay.
I've never played Xenoblade, but I'd like to one day. I have a really bad attention span when it comes to playing JRPGs. I loved them as a kid, but as an adult, it's just like I'll start one and I'll forget that I'm playing it, and a month later I'll realize I should probably go back and finish that sometime. Yes, I also have a Twitter. I can show it to you real quick. Let's see. There you go. Let's see. Favorite RPG? Love it, even despite the dub issues. Yeah, I remember. I can't remember if that was the right game or not, but it was one of the Xenos. They had that meme where they were talking about the guard's voice from that game, and so somebody had put this like giant video of the battle theme set to the guard just saying, "Don't forget me." It was the funniest thing I've heard from Xenoblade. I enjoyed it. Don't forget it. It's very good.
This person has like multiple forms.
Oh yeah, I'm not too familiar with anything but just this standard kind of like concept art I'm looking at right now. So
yeah, I'm just kind of winging it.
I get you. That's fine. Let's see. Yeah, Xenoblade seems to have some good memes from it. I like it. Let's see. Maybe I'm drawing one form and you're drawing the other one. That way we get full coverage.
Yeah, I'm not super happy with my right ear, but I'm not gonna redo it because I'm lazy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Not a problem. You know, I always do that. I have a problem where when I draw a chibi head, I tend to draw like... So I'd always drawn a kind of a concave line between the forehead and the cheek. And it's the wrong way to do it. I found like... A friend of mine was drawing one recently, and they drew it like more chubby, and it looks a lot better if you do it that way, but I have a hard time remembering that. Let's see. Trigger says a fun fact about that guard is their voice actor was not a real voice actor. It was just the voice director messing around. That reminds me, my favorite bad dub of all time is if you listen to the if you listen to an old PS2 game called Chaos Wars. It was literally a situation where the director had brought in their family, and their family was doing like all the voices in the game, and it is the worst voice acting I've ever heard. It's hilarious. Definitely worth listening to sometime. Alright. Let's do like this. Did you say you played JRPGs sometimes, Sadbot?
Kinda. I played like a few Final Fantasy games and stuff.
Yeah.
Does Kingdom Hearts count?
I think it counts.
Or are we talking more like closer to pixel graphic turn-based RPGs?
Nah, it's a broad term. I think any kind of RPG is good. I definitely count Kingdom Hearts as one, even if it's like got an action focus to it.
Love Kingdom.
Okay. Let's see. I used to play just a ton of JRPGs, but my attention span is such now that I just don't buy them because I know I'm not going to finish them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I still appreciate them. All right. Let's see. Different subgenres, yeah. Yep. Final Fantasy IX, I really enjoyed the little bit I played of it. I lost some save data, so I never finished it.
Mm-hmm.
But of Final Fantasies, I think 6 is definitely my favorite. That was back for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, the crappy thing about Kingdom Hearts is if like you want to play all the games, you have to have like 3 handheld consoles. Like it's, because they came out with like Dream Drop Distance, which is for the 3DS, and then they have a couple, I think there's like 2 DS games maybe, and then there's the PlayStation 2, and then I think they came out with one for the PS4. I have no idea. It's just absolutely...
Yeah, with Kingdom Hearts, I have only played the 1 and 2. I've not played any of the spin-offs. I haven't played 3. I actually own the collection, but it's just sitting there wrapped up on my shelf. So that was kind of the time where I realized I probably should stop buying so many JRPGs because I just cannot finish them.
That's funny. Yeah, I played I don't know. It's like the however many days over sleep.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and then I played a little bit of that one. I never got Dream Drop Distance despite owning a 3DS.
See?
And then I don't know what I did with these hair bows, but they don't look very good.
I like that face though. It's very cute. Cute. Let's see. Trigger is laughing at the lore of Kingdom Hearts. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Oh, dude, the king, don't even, oh my god, Kingdom Hearts lore. Help me. I'm having like war flashbacks.
Yeah.
Oh god, no.
Somebody was alright. So I was remarking recently when we were talking about Kingdom Hearts that I think if you tied me up and you put a gun to my head and you told me, all right, you have to make an original roleplay character in the Kingdom Hearts universe, and they have to like follow the lore, like they can't deviate or you can't mess up anywhere, I would be dead for sure because I cannot remember a single piece of Kingdom Hearts lore that I learned. It's nuts.
Did somebody say darkness? I can't do a Mickey Mouse impression. Ignore that. Delete the bot. Shut off stream. Delete the bot.
Yes. One thing I've meant to practice is voices. It's funny because in your daily life you just don't have much of a reason to do them, but for streamers, people love hearing streamers just do funny voices, and it's just not something I've ever learned to do. I gotta get on my Mickey Mouse.
I can do a Squirtle impression, but it's you PayPal me $50 and I'll think about it.
Okay. Let's see. And yeah, I know a lot of people are actually pretty big into the lore of Kingdom Hearts. That's kind of why I mentioned the RP example. Is I do a lot of like forum roleplay, or I used to. I kind of stopped since I picked up VTubing. But for like 15 years, I was doing forum roleplay all the time. And there's a lot of those universes that are just ripe for coming up with like original characters and things of that nature. So even now, like if somebody invites me to like a tabletop RP type stream, I really enjoy that kind of thing too.
I used to be in a couple different D&D campaigns, and I love tabletop games. There used to be this tabletop coffee shop where they would host. They had magic nights on. They had casual magic nights on Thursdays, and then they had little tournaments on Fridays, and then they had just like a random tabletop game. I played Coup and a couple of other. What's the one? I don't know. Lots of games. But they had Pathfinder nights, and I was waiting for their current campaign to end so that I could hop in the next one because I didn't want to come in, like in the middle of their campaign. Although sometimes you can write that in and make it make sense lore wise.
Yeah.
But then the coffee shop closed down, and
Shoot.
I never got to. Luckily, I got a shirt before they closed down, so I do have a little piece of memorabilia.
I get you. Also, hey, BK Joshy, thanks for the follow.
Joshy!
Yeah.
Joshy, do you want me to doodle you something?
For my own tabletop experience, the only thing I hadn't really done a lot of tabletops, to be honest, but I tried one recently on stream with a couple of people, and we did Call of Cthulhu, and it was quite fun. I guess that's more of a D&D type thing.
Will you hide layer 2 for me?
I sure will. And the stream is going quite well. Let's hide layer 2. That's it.
Is it... Maybe it's... Oh, hide layer 3. My bad.
Sure. Do you want layer 2s to stay hidden, or...?
Sure.
Okay. And then hide layer 3. Like that. Right.
There! That cleans that up a little bit.
Nice. Right. Joshy says they have a Cthulhu tattooed on them.
Oh, let me try and draw Cthulhu from memory.
Gotcha. Actually, one of my Drawpile themes was Cthulhu. I drew quite a lot of Cthulian stuff for that one. But yeah, you give him a good Cthulhu.
That's Cthulhu.
Nice.
I just, it's a little tentacle. Sad you've seen my Cthulhu, haven't you? I think so. I think you sent me a picture of all your tattoos.
Gotcha. I've got a cousin who gets a lot of tattoos. I don't have any myself. I'm not much of a tattoo guy. I'm pretty reserved, and I'm the kind of boring office guy, I guess, but I appreciate people who do get really nice, sick tats.
Oh, did those layers get
they turned back on? What?
I think they did.
That's bizarre. Hold on 1 second. Oh, I know why. I pressed Control-Z a bunch. That's probably why. Sorry about that.
Oh.
I'll turn it back off now. There you go.
That was funny. I'm looking at stream because my tablet is like showing the colors just way different than what they're showing up on stream.
Yeah, my brother has that problem with he draws on his laptop, and we very frequently find that he uploads something and then he looks at it on my computer and he's like, well, that looks entirely different than what I thought it was drawing.
I'll have to mess with like the brightness settings because it kind of mutes all the colors. So like I pick colors that look pretty and then I look over at the stream and they're so bright.
Yeah, I got you. Let's see. Trigger is reminding us that the Jack from the new Final Fantasy may very well be in the next Kingdom Hearts game whenever they make it. Do you follow those memes at all about Jack and Chaos and all that?
Me? No.
Okay, gotcha. Pretty funny memes. That's why I mentioned.
I am out of the loop.
That's okay. No problem. Yeah, come to think of it, you have a pretty pastel kind of color palette on your model there, with the pink and the light blue.
I've thought about doing an alternate design with like a new outfit. but I'd probably commission someone to design it. Oh, that's bright.
I got you. I often think that at some point I'll probably give myself some big design update too. Not that I'm unhappy with my design, but I always feel like there's some way I can kind of preserve that idea of like being a normal guy in an office, but I still want to have it like look a little cooler in terms of like more details on the shirt and maybe some accessories and things. So one day I'll probably update my design as well. Who knows when? Let's see. Let's do a yellow for the under part of the outfit. Right there. I did always like this character's costume. It's very snug.
Oh, that's bright. That's a bright color.
Yeah, I did pick a kind of a bright yellow, didn't I? Let's...
Just, I want like a blood red. Bleh.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's more magenta.
Let's try doing
That's
these. Have you ever played the Ace Attorney games?
I have!
Yeah. I'm actually in the middle of playing Ace Attorney 6 right now. I'm playing it off stream, of course.
Wow.
But it's been a lot of fun. Did you play the new ones, the Great Ace Attorney?
Let me check my Steam.
Yeah, I have not. I've not played that one, but it's next on my list. After they just released that. It had been in Japanese only for quite some time, and they finally released it to Western audiences. I've heard a lot of good things.
I think I own the original Ace Attorney trilogy, so I think I was just playing through those in order. I got into those after I played through the first Danganronpa.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Because I kind of got on that it's funny. I if you made like a Venn diagram of Ace Attorney games and Danganronpa, despite having like incredibly different like themes and and stuff, I think there'd be like a lot of overlapping.
I think
the
so
visual
too.
novel solving cases.
Yeah, for sure. I think that a lot of people who are fans of one end up being fans of the other.
Yeah.
They do have, because like you said, like the moods of the two are pretty different, but the elements are quite similar.
Mm-hmm.
So I really enjoy both series.
Yeah, those are both really good games.
And it's a quick time to plug that I'm currently working on a visual novel for Danganronpa.
Ooh.
Yeah. But I want to get a demo ready to release, and it's still gonna be a while. And the fact that I'm doing like Umitober, where I draw a new Umineko drawing every day, is not gonna help with getting that done. So,
No, busy.
yeah, it's gonna be a busy month for sure. Unfortunately, but it's all fun stuff. So it's
Yeah. I'm gonna take a little bit of a water and stretch break.
yeah. I should probably do the same now that you mention it.
Yeah, check my posture, stretch my wrists.
Yeah. It's funny because I don't have like a hydrate, redeem, or anything up like that. So, and it's because I feel like, well, I'm responsible. I'll do this stuff myself, and then I don't do that stuff myself. I'll take a quick second to do.
Yeah. Oh, my wow. Oh, Trigger, you have to play Ace Attorney. It's so fun.
Yeah, for sure. Especially.
Artists and breaks. I'm not an artist.
You mentioned the original trilogy, and as much fun as I have with the later ones, I do think the original trilogy holds up really well, and some of the best stories are in those original three. I especially like the climax of the third game.
I haven't played the third yet. I'm excited.
Gotcha. Well, I will keep quiet about it, but I do know that it's one of my favorite climaxes of all the games.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Yeah. Very good. There we go. Let's see. And there we have it. She is complete. Who else should I draw? Let me think. Oh, I know what I should draw. My other favorite Halloween video. Give me one. I'll just draw them up here in the corner. There we go. Alright. Unfortunately, I'm not a person who decorates very much for Halloween or in general. I think I have a very boring house. Maybe I should try to spruce it up a little bit more this year.
A family member bought me a small Christmas tree that I own a couple of like video game themed ornaments for.
Ooh, that's pretty.
And then I do stockings for my cats.
Nice.
So I have a fireplace that I put those on.
Yeah.
That is so much lighter on my tablet. Help.
Ooh. Yeah, it's a shame we don't have that tool in Clip Studio. They have a really nice tool where you can just kind of like pick a color and you can change the gradient. And so if you draw something like too dark or too light, it's really good for correcting. I don't know if they have anything like that here though.
Will you give Sadbot like a pale skin tone for me?
Oh sure.
A good one.
Okay. What layer did you draw?
I'm on layer 1 right now.
Layer 1. All right. Let's see. A pale skin tone. Do you want kind of pinkish?
Sure.
Okay. Let's see. It may take a little bit of experimenting, so give me just a second. I'll see if I can come up with a good one. We will try. A little bit lighter than that, I think. Let's see. Maybe just a little.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Definitely better than what I came up with.
Gotcha. Yeah, she looked like she had a little bit of a suntan.
I was a little. I'm back from the beach apparently.
Yeah, I gotcha. Not bad then. Now the only problem is I've got to color within the lines here, and hopefully I can manage to do that. Actually, let me try something real quick. Nah, I thought maybe the filter would work. It will not. That's okay. I'll just try to be careful.
Oh, if you have time, I'll be streaming Dark Souls again after you finish streaming. Oh yeah, I'll definitely come by and hang out.
Oh, cool.
I love watching people play Dark Souls.
Yeah, for sure. There's definitely two types of Dark Souls streamers. There would be me, who would be really funny to just see die over and over and over again. And then I also have a friend who is the other type of Dark Souls streamer who streams. I say a friend, I don't know him that well, but a streamer I watch. He runs it like blindfolded, so I can't even imagine that.
Oh yeah, people are like, "Oh, what kind of build do you like to run in Dark Souls?" And I'm like, "Build? I'm just trying to make it through the day, guy. Like,
right.
I'm just trying to survive out here on these streets, dude. I'm not worried about a build."
Exactly. Same here.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I see a sword, I use it. I see some armor, I put it on. Easy.
Right here. Simple as. Okay. Alright, I think I finished putting some skin color on there.
Yeah, it looks great.
Nice. Alright.
Do you like our fan art, Trigger? Did we do a good job?
I think it looks cute.
It's weird drawing a character I'm not familiar with, because
That's true.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Gotcha. It's all good. I think it came out well. Let's see. How does this look? Something like...
Oh, I found it. Yeah, I'm super screwed if I ever lose the tablet to my, I'm screwed if I ever lose the pen to my tablet because they don't make it anymore, so I'd have to buy a new one.
Ooh, I didn't know that. That's unfortunate. I've definitely lost some tablet pens in my day. That's for sure. Right now, I just use a really small, really cheap Huion tablet. But it works okay.
Is it an on-screen tablet?
It is not. It's just a little thing that I plop right there where a mouse pad normally would be. And that's all I use. Do you have an on-screen tablet?
I do.
Nice. I've been thinking about one because they do seem really neat. And it seems like it would be a good way to draw even if you needed to. Can you like take yours and sit somewhere else and draw and stuff like that?
It's not its own like standalone. It needs to be hooked up to the computer.
Okay. I got you.
It just acts as like a... So I have two computer setups. I have my main computer, and then I have my old computer. And my old computer is set up with one monitor, and then my drawing tablet acts as a second monitor when I'm not.
Yeah. I got you.
When I'm not drawing on it.
I have an old computer upstairs, but I'm not really using it for anything myself right now. I tried to give it to my brother, but it turned out it didn't really work for what he needed either. So, unfortunately.
Yeah, the first tablet I ever had was, I don't know if you're a Wacom or a Wacom. There's so many different. I've heard so many different pronunciations of that brand. But it was just the $99 like Wacom or Wacom or whatever. They're like little mini tablet. And I actually gave that away to a friend not too long ago because they expressed that they were interested in getting into digital art. And, you know, by that point it was, probably like a 6-year-old tablet. And, you know, I wouldn't have gotten any money for it. So I just gave it to him. But this one I got, it's like, it's not even... It's like a monochrome. I have no idea. They don't. The company that makes this is like super sketchy, honestly. And like I said, like you can't buy pens for it. If you lose yours, you can't even find the drivers for this tablet online. It's really weird. But I bought it a couple years ago because it was like super on sale. I got it like $200 off the normal price. And it's been okay. It gets the job done. I'm not like a professional or anything, so it fits my needs as just like a hobbyist.
I gotcha. Hey, by the way, do you want me to save this canvas up and start one more, or do you want
to? Yeah, sure.
Okay, sure then. We've got time for just a little bit more, I think. About 30 minutes. Alright, I'm saving this up here. And we'll post these to Twitter later.
Yay!
Alright. Let's, I'm going to clear all the layers and then I'll just remake them. So give me 1 second. Yeah, I actually started out with a Wacom tablet myself. That was years and years ago. And then hold on 1 second. There we go. And then, so every time I bought a new tablet, I found myself buying a smaller and smaller, cheaper and cheaper tablet, which seems kind of counterintuitive because you would think, well, if you're starting out, shouldn't you start out with a cheaper tablet? And but I don't know. I just every time I realized I needed a little bit less, so I just I go a little cheaper each time.
Yeah, I went big and bold. I bought the cheapest tablet I could afford, and then I bought a really nice tablet when I had, you know, a more steady. I think the first tablet I bought, I just had like a little waitressing job, and then I got like, you know, like a big boy 9 to 5.
Yeah. No problem with treating yourself. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Since we were talking about Dark Souls, I will try to draw Graveloid Nita.
Oh, let me draw. This is gonna be really bad, but
I don't know why I draw so many skeletons. I just can't seem to stop. There's just something about a skeleton.
I'm afraid to draw this shield because it's gonna look kind of naughty.
Oh, sorry. Which character are you drawing?
I'm just drawing one of the skeleton boys.
Oh.
But their shield, not to be crass, kind of looks like a boob.
Gotcha. It'll be fine. I think it'll be okay.
It's just a round shield, and then I'm not kidding. I don't even know if I dare draw this. Let me add like some it's got like wood planks that.
Yeah, we'll embellish it a little bit for the sake of safety.
Yeah. Okay. And then it's just got this round, and I'm not kidding. It's got just like a little shine on it. Hang on. Okay, that doesn't look too boob-like.
Yeah, that's just the way it is. It's fine. It's all good.
Mine's just gonna be goofy because I'm
defended by the power of blue. Alright. Reminds me a little bit of Spinal from Killer Instinct. Let's see. Boy, this guy is made up of a lot of skeletons. That's for sure.
He's like supposed to be kind of crouched behind his, but now he just looks tiny.
Gotcha. It reminds me a little bit of that pose that the dancing skeletons do, where he looks like he's kind of stubby because he's most of his body is just hidden behind his head. Please don't hurt me. I just work here. Unfortunate. Oh man. How many skeletons does the average person destroy during a game of Dark Souls? Must be a ton.
Oh, hey, hang on, I got another funny idea.
Yes, please. Some barrels and crates.
Yeah.
Whenever I play any game that's like allows me to destroy the environment, I end up rolling over everything and smashing everything. It's just one of those simple pleasures. That's what
like Scaredy Cat Dark Souls, everything's just like, oh gosh, please no, come on,
right?
No.
Dark Souls with an ethical lean.
If that's in your way, I can move it.
No, it's good. It's good.
Did you need that space?
No, I'm good. I'm going to be drawing skulls here for a long time.
Okay, good.
We're fine.
Oh gosh, what did I just do?
What you got?
I fixed it.
Good.
That's what bones look like.
Yeah, that's right. You got any plans to play Elden Ring when that comes out?
I don't.
Gotcha.
I could.
Yeah, I want to, but I can't. I'm having a hard time remembering. I don't know why I'm suddenly having this brain fart. Is it PS5 only, or is it also the PC? I cannot recall. Either way, I do want to play it, but I don't have a PS5 yet, so If it's PS5, I gotta wait on it. Almost done drawing skull heads here. Although I've got to draw the big skull head still.
It doesn't look like Stay.
Okay, Trigger says it is going to be on the PC too, so that's good. Let's see. Yeah, I got a lot of use out of my PS4, but now that I'm streaming so much, I buy a fair deal of PC games, and that's really reduced my want for a PS5.
I drew a little Sadbot, and they're saying, "I'm staying up here."
Right? Nice. I enjoy that clip. Let's see. I want to get this head shape just right.
It's like, you're not gonna come down here and fight me?
Did you ever play Dragon's Dogma? Okay. There's a funny thing in there where there's when the late game just involves cheesing all of the enemies, and you start finding just Cyclopses everywhere. And the way to cheese them is you just stand on some really high up place and shoot them with arrows until they're dead. So that's what that reminds me of.
I gave myself a little sword and shield.
Nice.
Scaredy cat Dark Souls.
Right. My philosophy with Souls games has always been that as long as it's not, I don't know, almost anything goes as far as like, is it cheating? Doesn't matter. They made the game really hard, so I'm going to do it. I have no ethics when it comes to how I play Dark Souls.
Did you play any Darkest Dungeon at all?
Yeah, I love Darkest Dungeon. To be honest, again, attention span kind of gets away from me, but I got pretty far through a normal mode run, and it's a lot of fun to play. I really like the aesthetic, and the narrator is really cool.
Yeah, that is a really cool game. Timeless classic, I'm gonna say.
Yeah. And I know the second one's coming out pretty soon, or at least the early access version of it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think it's next month. Yeah.
I have to keep an eye on that. Yeah, there are a couple horror games that are coming out, either in early access or full releases in the next couple of months. There's one called, I want to say it's called Haunted, and it kind of gives me almost like Phasmophobia Among Us combo baby vibes. Like, the premise is that you have a team of 5 people, and you need to escape the environment that you're in, which unfortunately is like an abandoned mental hospital, which has been absolutely done to death in like the horror world. But so you need to perform certain tasks to escape this building or this institution. But the plot twist is that one of the 5 people in your team trying to escape is actually like a patient there, and so their job is to sabotage your efforts to escape. But they can perform certain tasks to try to figure out who the imposter is, essentially. Yeah. And it sounds like it could be fun. If it's cheap enough when it comes out in early access, I would definitely be willing to check it out. It sounds fun, so I've been keeping an eye on that. Yeah. And then
oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, have you seen anything about Forewarned?
Is that the Mummy one?
It is.
Yeah. My brother was telling me about the mummy version of Phasmophobia.
Yeah.
To me, it sounded really funny.
Cyrus and I were gonna check that out this weekend. So we might stream that in my Discord if you wanted to come hang out.
Ooh, cool. Yeah, I might check that out.
Yeah, if you end up picking it up as well, you're more than welcome to join us. We have, I think we have 3 people that are playing, and then a 4th is more than welcome. I'm not sure if they have like online lobbies, like you know how Faz has like public lobbies you can join.
Yeah.
I have no idea. So.
Yeah.
So
I'm not too familiar yet myself, but it would be interesting to look into. I love the idea of like social deduction games, but for a long time, like until I started streaming, I didn't even have like a microphone on my computer, so I'm very new to the idea of it. But I really like that, just sort of at least I like to watch the social deductive kind of Among Us type games, because I think they bring out funny parts of people.
Sometimes they bring out dark sides of people.
That's true too. Yeah, that's true too.
I have a couple friends that I used to play Among Us with that were really good at the game, but that's an easy game to get mad at.
Yeah, that's true. For me, when you talk about games you get mad at, back when I was playing, I was in college and I played so much League of Legends. I don't think I'm not the type of person who really gets mad at games or things, but our friends were like, we would just transform into entirely different people when we played League of Legends, and it was not healthy. So I had to stop playing.
Yeah, I used to play a lot of League, and I want to say like 2011.
Mm-hmm.
And I would play with my old dungeon master, and he has directed some pretty choice words at me during that game that I won't repeat on this stream, that I still sometimes cry about.
Unfortunately. But yeah, I can definitely sympathize. I don't think I have like the thick skin needed for really competitive games.
Oh no way.
Yeah.
I like kind of what we were talking about a little bit earlier off stream while we were setting up is I'm not a super competitive person. Despite playing competitive games, like obviously Dead by Daylight is a 1v4 asymmetrical horror game, and League of Legends being what it is with the, you know, obviously your team versus team MOBA, you know. But, you know, I still play games to have fun, and it is fun to win and do well, but I'm not, like, gonna throw a hissy fit if,
right.
I do well, you know?
Exactly. Yep. I'm pretty much the same. Like, I play a lot of fighting games, and people get very, very competitive in those in the average case. So I think it's a blessing and a curse, because when I try to stream a fighting game, I don't like get salty and mad, but I do get like sad. I don't know if that's particularly fun to watch. So
I'm the same way.
Yeah, so lately I've not done too many fighting games on stream.
I play Soul Calibur is my fighting game of choice.
Ooh, I love Soul Calibur.
It's funny because my friend is really good at Tekken, and I, depending on like how in practice I am and how you know, much I've been playing at any given time, I can hold my own in Soul Calibur. And it's funny because I'll play with my friend and I'll just, oh my gosh, we'll go like for every 10 times I beat him, he'll beat me once, and he'll get really frustrated. And then we load up Tekken and he just destroys me. And I'm like it's funny.
Yeah. I do enjoy Tekken too. I'm not very good at Tekken. I'm not sure if I'm good at Soul Calibur, but I do pretty well among my friends. And I will say that my friends who used to play Soul Calibur with me and now no longer will. It's so weird. I seem to have like. So again, I'm not being toxic. I'm not like, I don't think I'm like a bad sport or anything like that. But people who play fighting games with me tell me that I'm annoying to play against.
Oh,
and,
really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I think I'm just playing nice, but like my friend was like, you know, stop hitting me while I'm on the ground, and I'm like, that's just a part of Soul Calibur. That's just what you do.
Get off the ground.
Right. That's just what you do in Soul Calibur. And then I had like, my friends like, don't chase me off the side of the stage in in Smash Brothers, and I'm like, but that's what you do in Smash Brothers.
Oh, Trigger, I used to play a ton of Guilty Gear X2, and that was the first fighting game that ever gave me blisters on my thumbs.
I still get blisters when I play. Actually, I'm playing Guilty Gear XX on stream a little bit later this month.
Cool.
Yeah, I really enjoy Guilty Gear. Fun game. Who do you play in Guilty Gear?
In X2, I used to play, let me just double check that I'm not, Amy, and I have depression, mush brain. What's the dude, the bag over his head?
Faust, yeah, that's my character too. I love playing Faust. Faust is definitely my favorite Guilty Gear character. I play him pretty much exclusively.
Sorry, I just got excited. I also used to play Bridget.
Yeah, Bridget's also cool. My brother plays Bridget. Let's see. Yeah, Trigger says they play with a joystick to reduce the amount of damage they do to their hands.
Oh, I have a fighting stick now. I have the it's the Real Arcade Pro, the wrap. I don't know. It's okay.
Also, thank you for cheering just now. That's actually the first bits I've ever received.
Woo, let's go!
And a subscription. Thank you again. That's very nice. But yeah, I used to own a joystick, and I learned it at one point to play Street Fighter 4, and then I completely stopped using it after that. So it's unfortunate. Yeah, I just got affiliate recently, so it's it's pretty rare for me to get bits and subscriptions, but I thank you. Let's see. I guess that's a pretty good line work for Nita. Just a funny mini skeletons boy. Let's see. Oh, thank you again. I didn't mean to pressure you into so feel free to take it easy. But thank you very much. Okay, well we've got things signed here. I
didn't sign any of the others.
No, it's good.
You can tell I'm losing steam because I drew a really crappy skeleton and a barrel and a crate.
Nah, we're good. I like it. I especially like the crate and the barrel begging for their lives there.
I like this guy because of his little butt.
So anyways, I'll save this canvas too. And, actually signing your work there was a good idea because normally I don't sign these at all. And then I upload them and people just have to guess which is which. So,
yeah.
But whatever.
I think in all of ours, you have a very, each line is intentional, and my style is just scribble, 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 scribble.
Nah, I think it looks good.
Thank you. Please don't hurt me. I just work here.
Alrighty, so we got 3 canvases. We're doing pretty well. We're at about 2 hours, so I might go ahead and wrap up, especially since you haven't eaten yet. So we definitely want to get some food in you. And
sounds good.
Normally I ask. I know you're taking a bit of a hiatus, but if there's anything you want to plug, anything coming up, just let me know.
Well, even when I'm not active on Twitch and streaming, I like to do stuff in my Discord from time to time. So we watch movies in there and have. I want to have a game night. I own all the Jackbox games.
Ooh.
It's just a matter of getting everyone together, regardless of time zones.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, my Discord is linked on my Twitch page, and I might be streaming some horror games later this month. I'm not sure, but I'm still active on Twitter. So if you want to follow me there, I'm really annoying.
Gotcha. I gotcha. It's always a good time following you there. I'll link your Twitter as well, because I did get your Twitch earlier, but not your Twitter.
So, thank you.
Yeah. 1 moment. I'll just put it in chat there. And yeah, thanks for showing up, VTuber Kit, and for everybody else who showed up as well. I appreciate you all being here. It's always more fun to do these draw piles when we've got someone to see our goofy drawings coming up on screen too. So let's see. The only question left is... actually, I should probably plug what I'm doing a little bit too. Sunday I have a karaoke coming up, and yeah, beyond that, I would say just watch my Twitter because I do have a bunch of things planned, and I'll probably talk about them starting on Sunday. But there'll be a lot of stuff there. Okay, my last question is, do you have anybody special you want to raid?
Oh, let me see who's on.
Yeah.
My sister, my VTuber sister is on. That's really about it.
Okay. That sounds like a good raid. What's their name?
It's Haywan the Witch. I will post it in your chat for you so you can
Oh, thank you.
copy that.
You may need to post it in Discord because I think. Oh, thanks. I was gonna say if you're doing a link, I have links turned off, unfortunately. All right, let me try. Let me see if I can get that raid set up. Give me 1 moment. My raids tend to be a little scuffed because there's a kind of a lag between me jumping into the person's stream and me raiding them, but that's okay. Give me 1 second. Raid channel. Pick a channel. There we go. Okay. Well, I'm just about ready to raid. I want to thank you again for being here. It's been a lot of fun. We got a lot of neat drawings done, and I learned a lot more about you too. So it's been a good time.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's been a real pleasure. I've been enjoying all the collabs I've been doing recently, and I was super excited when you invited me because drawing collabs are always a lot of fun. Just chatting and doodling silly stuff. I had a great time.
For sure. Okay, well, I'm gonna start the raid up, and I'll get in that Discord. And if you do something like a Jackbox night or something, I'd be happy to join. That's always fun.
Yeah, that sounds fun. And Cyrus and I do little shared canvas doodles like this, just casually. So if you ever want to do anything like that, let me know.
Cool. Alrighty. Okay, I'm gonna hit start raid, and about 10 we'll jump over there. Thanks everyone for being here. Thanks Sadbot, and I will see you folks next time.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.